Okay, now we're up for our trivia contest. I have the 6 winners we had to select from people who got 3 out of 4 right. One of our questions was too tricky for pretty much anybody to get. But while I'm having the people come up here, if I could get the band to get the microphones so that each team will be able to have a microphone, that'd be great. Okay, so here's one team. We have Stan Yoder, Melanie Clemmer, and Emily Morris. And if you all want to sit here. And the other team, we have Michael Selby, Jeff Elmer, and Anita up here. Okay, and if you're curious, here are the answers to those questions. The hedonistic Roman feast was Saturnalia. Pick the Roman god planet there, and you got it. The Santa was used to advertise Dempsey's All Natural. No, Coca-Cola. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was an advertisement for Montgomery Ward, and this is the one that tripped everybody up. The correct answer was Christmas was first an official holiday in Alabama, and the year for this was 1836. So all those people who talk about America being founded as a Christian nation, you might wonder when you have that. Okay, so here's the format for our game. Jordine, you're our financial person. Could I tuck you into keeping score for us? So we're going to have some questions, and I'll first ask one thing. I'm going to start with this team. You'll get the first question. Then I have clues. So our guess is you probably won't get the question right just from the question, and so we'll go back and forth. So you'll get a guess just from the question. You'll get a clue to then guess, and then we'll go back and forth through the 3 clues, and then we'll give up if you can't. I'll get it before that, but you probably often will. Okay, so there's the format. Here's the first question. Which Christian group banned celebration of Christmas in the 1600s? You guys.
The Puritans, a.k.a. Pilgrims.
Okay, Puritans is the answer we're looking for. I'm not sure whether all the Pilgrims were Puritans or not. I don't know. But let me tell you the clues. But 1 point for this team. The first clue, they thought Christmas was decadent, popish, and pagan. In Boston, you could be fined 5 shillings if you celebrated Christmas. And this tradition of opposing Christmas continued at least through 1851. We're in Ohio. You know what? Tammy wrote out all these great questions, and I should read this instead of just talking about it. But Pastor Henry Schwann of Cleveland, Ohio, faced strong resistance from his parishioners for putting up a Christmas tree in the church, which was a gasp-worthy pagan display as far as they were concerned. Good. So 1 point for that team. Next question goes to this team. Oh, and there's our Puritans. Good. So what Northern European pagan winter festival featured feasting and burning fallen trees? Yeah, you got it. Good. So all the power of social thinking here. Good. So there are clues. The name of this festival is now synonymous with Christmas, though originally it wasn't a Christian thing. Second, inspired by this pyromaniacal tradition, in 1966, New York TV station WPIX showed a 7-second video of things burning, a fireplace, on a continuous loop for 3 hours, commercial-free, as a Christmas card to its viewers. It warmed viewers' hearts, and this new television tradition took off like wildfire and continued about 30 years before they decided they wanted the advertisers' money after all. And clue 3, a modern vestige of this celebration is the Yule log pastry that you can eat. And there's a picture of people dragging a Yule log. Okay. Question 3. So what are we tied 1-1?
1-1.
Okay. Okay. Question 3. Back to the first team here. It wouldn't be the holidays without a little family discord. In an epic, or should I say saga, example of sibling rivalry gone too far, Loki incites Hother to kill his brother Balder using this holiday decoration. What is this festive and fatal decoration?
A wreath?
A wreath. No, that's not right. The clue to this team. Clue number 1, it's a parasite spread by bird droppings, which means it probably should be on my car. It is mistletoe. Good. And another clue, it's a state symbol of Oklahoma, and walking underneath this usually isn't fatal, but it can be awkward. There's our mistletoe. Good. Okay, so a point for team 2. Now, I'm not sure we had decided what the... Let's give the team who didn't get it right the option. Do you guys want them to go as it would be, or do you want first go with the next question? You want it? Okay, so we'll ask you guys it first again. Give you the chance to catch up. Early Romans celebrated, and pardon my Latin, Dies Natalis Solis Invicti on December 25th to honor the birth of which important figure?
We came up with Mithra.
Mithra is a good guess, but not quite right. Okay, so here's the clue. There's much talk of the honoree making more than one appearance. Apollo, that's an interesting guess. Okay, so clue 2, the honoree helped to create all life on Earth. I think we're being too tricky with this question. So.
The sun?
That's right, yeah. So you could say the honoree is a light in the darkness. Translating the Latin, it says the day of birth of the sun unconquered. So on December 25th, which on the Roman calendar was when the solstice was, that's when the sun starts having longer days again. So it's emerging unconquered from the winter. And so that's what they were celebrating there. I saw a hand out here. Did somebody have something important to add? Or? Nope? Okay. Great. So does that bring us back to tied again?
We're tied.
Okay, so now it's you guys' option again. You want the question? Or? Yeah. Okay, great. So what element of holiday decor has been causing tempers to flare and curtains to catch fire around the holidays for years?
This Christmas tree is catching fire.
It is Christmas trees was the answers we were looking for. So the clues we had, these were banned by Jeremiah in the Old Testament. He was banning people bringing trees in and decorating them. They weren't yet Christmas trees, but he thought it was a bad idea. The Puritans and Jehovah's Witnesses have also banned these. These are displayed for Queen Victoria by her husband, the German Prince Albert, and that's what popularized them in the English-speaking world. And as Don mentioned in his talk, these are sort of an extreme version, actually killing the tree, which not many pagans would have been into, of the pagan custom of bringing inside evergreen sorts of plants as symbols of hope and rebirth. And there's an old Christmas tree. Good. So a point for this team. Back to you guys. You want the question?
Sure.
Great. Okay. This controversial organization... Oh, let me... Damn it. I'm supposed to read these things because Tammy wrote good stuff and all that. The holidays are a time for charitable giving. This controversial organization, founded in 1865, reportedly gets 70% of its multi-billion-dollar yearly revenue by cashing in on people's holiday spirits. What is this organization?
Salvation Army?
Yeah, you got it, without the clues. But they are interesting, so it's worth that. So they're in the news recently for throwing away Harry Potter and Twilight toys that were donated to its toy drive because they were contrary to its Christian values. Toy M16s were just fine, though. Those go just with things. Clue 2, they've lobbied the White House to be exempted from local anti-discrimination laws so that they could avoid hiring gays and lesbians. And their website provides scripture as its justification for telling gays and lesbians to just, quote, embrace celibacy. And clue 3, when I tell you who they are, I'm sure their name will ring a bell, which I didn't even need that. There's a bell ringer. So I don't want to tell you where to give your money, but let me mention that Suzette Geisler is our outreach coordinator, and if you're interested in other options, perhaps for where your money might be well donated, she would be a great person to talk to about that. Who's that? Suzette Geisler. Is she? There she is. Right back there. Great. Okay, so how are our scores doing now? Tied again. Okay, so I got 3 more questions to use here. Okay, so over to you guys. Oops, I shouldn't show you the question before I ask you. You guys want the question? Let's just give it to you because we've been alternating so far. Good. He flies through the winter night. Children leave carrots or straw in their stockings by the fire, and he replaces these with gifts or candy. Who is he? Is your guess?
Can we use the local name or?
Sorry, that's not the answer we're looking for. Okay, first clue. His travels take him through Northern Europe. See something on the tip of her tongue. Nope. you'll probably get another chance. That's my guess. What's your guess?
We're just Loki.
Loki, not I think what we want, though. I'm not good at mythology. Good. Clue number 2. He flies on an 8-legged horse named Sleipnir. So rather than having 8 tiny reindeer to do his flying, somebody made all this stuff up. But it wasn't.
Thor?
Thor, not quite. But, okay, clue number 3. Wednesday is named after him.
Odin, also known as Woden?
Yep, you got it. Yep, and then there he is, one I got on his 8-legged flying horse. Good job. So we got the point for this team after lots of clues going back and forth. Good. Okay. So what are our scores now? Did that bring them ahead? Okay. Okay, so it's over to you guys here. Chance to tie it up again. This Christmas dessert originated as an ancient Roman midwinter treat. And again, I can read her fun stuff. Actually, let me read Tammy's clue here, because that's fun. Midwinter is a good time for a feast. Just ask the Scandinavians, and the Celts, and the Chinese, and the Persians, and, well, just about everyone else. Hey, we're about to have a feast ourselves here in a bit. And what do you have after a feast? Dessert. Like so much of the rest of Christmas, this confection comes to us from the ancient Romans. What did they serve up for a midwinter treat?
Go with Christmas pudding.
Christmas pudding. Good guess, but not what we're looking for. Clue number 1. This would bring you luck if you made it one autumn and then saved it to eat a year later.
Fruitcake?
Fruitcake is indeed the answer we're looking for. Frequently the butt of jokes here in the U.S., and Romans made this with fruit and nuts. Spices, honey, and sugar were added later. And here's a funny fruitcake. Okay, so, and now we'll get the last question to these guys again, which is for at least bragging rights, so I'm not sure it'll matter with the score totals. Okay, so speaking of fruitcake, fruitcake is one tradition in this December 23rd holiday, created in 1966 and popularized in 1997.
It's a fruitcake tossing.
Fruitcake tossing. No. Okay, so here's you guys' clue. This holiday's rituals include an airing of grievances in which you tell everyone all the ways in which they disappointed you last year, and it ends with a wrestling match called Feats of Strength.
Festivus, the festival for the rest of us.
Yeah, you got it. Good. Its distinctive decoration is an aluminum pole. Frank Costanza has claimed that this provides several advantages over Christmas trees, including that it requires no decoration. Tinsel can be distracting, you know. And that aluminum has a very high strength-to-weight ratio. And this secular holiday is advertised as being for the rest of us, as you said. Good, so...
we have 6 on this side and 3 on
Good, so we have the winners here. You guys each get a free drink at Starbucks. Good job.